Hi Jake, hi Ian. Because you both aren't going to be here when I give you the keys, I want to just do a short video to introduce you to the house. Where it's located on Otter Drive, of course. And if you look, there's no parking signs, but people still park on Outer Drive. So just be cautious, park at your own risk. If you do get a ticket, I think the city of Dearborn has some kind of amnesty or like half off if you pay it within like 3 days. But you'll see people always parking here, but technically there are no parking signs, so you're not supposed to park. So usually what we do is we tell the tenants, if you look at the driveway, it's split in two. So this half of the driveway is yours, and you guys just going to have to shuffle cars back and forth. I'll take a few minutes and go on the outside of the house. I'm responsible for cutting the grass, but I'm not responsible for trimming bushes and pulling weeds out and raking the leaves. That's going to be your responsibility in your lease. Also, I'm not responsible for shoveling snow. So be careful with the rock salt. Don't use rock salt. I sent that notice to you in the lease, but it actually eats the cement steps if you look at it, and it'll eat it. The rock salt will damage concrete. So you want to use something that's safe, like a calcium chloride. But like I said, your rent includes the grass cutting, but my company sometimes they skip. It's rainy days, and I need to know if the grass is really long. Send me a text so I can yell at the guy that cuts it, because I pay for it. He should be cutting it usually once a week, but if we get into rainy times, he may cut it once every 10 days. Okay, downspouts. So periodically, just get the stuff out of there. We want to keep the water away from the house as much as possible. Here's your water faucet spigot over here. Right now I'm turning it on and there's no water because it's shut off inside the house. And I'll show you where the shut-off valve is when we go in the basement. Springtime, summertime, you can open up the valve in the basement, and then you'll have water out here. But in the winter time, you want to shut off the valve in the basement so the pipes don't freeze. Coming around back, you have half of the yard to use if you want to have a barbecue or something. Garbage day. This is the tenant's garbage. I'll take some of this home in my car. But garbage day is Wednesday morning. So you put it out Tuesday night, and they'll pick up the garbage. Air conditioning unit. Usually I tell them, don't really turn it on until it's hot outside, because if you turn it on when it's too cold, like now, if you make a mistake and turn it on, you can ruin the condenser. But we'll go over that when I go inside. The house has wall side windows, and they come with a warranty. So if you have an issue with any of the windows, let me know so I can get wall side to come out. We'll go inside right now. Quickly, this has been a rental for many years, so you're going to get mail from different tenants. If it's junk, just throw it away. But if you get anything that looks official from the last tenant, Dr. Mohammed Shukr, or his wife's name's Layla, give me a text and maybe put it back in the mailbox, and he'll come and pick it up. Okay, coming in right away, I did mention this when I showed it to you guys the first time, is hardwood floors. Please pay real good attention to it. You don't want to scuff them up. You want to put stuff underneath chairs so they don't scratch it. And above all, you want to keep water off the hardwood floor. So I recommend you get yourself a little rug here, because if you got snow on your shoes or a rainy day and you take your shoes off when you come in, you can stain the hardwood floor from the water. Okay, let's go upstairs, show you a few things. You got smoke detectors in the hallway and one in each room. So if they start to chirp, you're just gonna come here and unscrew it and change the battery. I recommend you do it twice a year when you change the clocks, daylight savings time and that. The back bedroom has an access panel to the bathtub. So the plumbing for the bathtub is behind this panel. So if you're going to set up your bed, it's safe maybe. Just make sure you have access to here in case we have to have a plumber come. And the front bedroom, that's the rug they're leaving behind. Okay, let's go downstairs. So there's 3 smoke detectors up here, 1 in each bedroom and 1 in the hallway. So twice a year change the battery on that. Okay, first floor. In the dining room is the thermostat for the heat and AC. Right now it's set to heat. When it gets hot outside, you're going to switch it over to cool. Always leave it on auto, and then, you can play with the thermostat up or down. But right now it's on heat. There is a battery in here. So if this isn't working, I think it's a AA or AAA battery. Right there, 2 AAA batteries. And these need to be changed every so often. You'll start to notice maybe you won't be able to see the LED. That's when it's time to change it. They left this cabinet for you guys. Now I'm in the kitchen. Okay, kitchen faucet has a handle that comes out. Garbage disposal's over here. Okay, be careful with the garbage disposal, of course, but you should run it every once in a while so it doesn't freeze up. Dishwasher's a Whirlpool. If you don't know how to use the dishwasher, you can just Google the model number and look for the user manual. Once in a while, you want to get some baking soda and just sprinkle some in the bottom and run a wash cycle. This way it'll get rid of any stains or odors in the odor. If it smells or something, it'll get rid of it. Okay, fridge is in good shape. The microwave oven does not vent outside, so it just circulates the air. So every once in a while you might want to grab these vents. They come out and you can put them in the dishwasher and then they slide backwards and forward. There's 2 of them. And there should be a light here. Surface light. Okay. Now, downstairs I'm going to show you a few emergency spots. If you ever have a water leak, you want to run down here and shut off these valves. You got 2 valves. This one right here where my foot's at, that's the City of Dearborn valve. I don't like to use that one because if it ends up leaking, then we have to call the city to come out. So what I want you to do is use this valve on the other side of the meter. This is the house valve. And to shut the water off to the whole house, righty tighty, lefty loosey. So you turn all the way to the right to shut it off. And then remember outside I was telling you that the water was shut off. We need to find, let's see if we can find the spot. Let me turn the lights on in here. There we go. Okay, there should be a valve up here. Here it is. So next to the window when you come downstairs, this is how you turn the water on outside. Right here. So you turn it on in the spring, summer, leave it on, and then the winter time, when it starts to get cold, you come down here and shut it off. And then you go outside and make sure that it's shut off. You got a couple vents down here if you want to open up a vent to get some fresh air. If you want to throw a rug down here and something to do your homework, you can use this as a little office. But in your lease, it says, be cautious because it is a basement. And I'm not responsible if any water comes up from the sewers or there's a water leak and it damages your stuff. So now we're in the utility room, washer and dryer. We'll start here, hot water tank. If you see a leak, this hot water tank's about a year old. If you see a leak, you want to run over and shut the water meter off. But here's your hot water tank. If it's too hot in the house, you know, A, B, C, the closer you get to here, A is hot, B is medium, C is, actually, it gets hotter. A, B, C, then very hot. So, you know, if it's not hot enough, you can play with that a little bit, but just be careful. Furnace. The only maintenance you have to do for a furnace is you have to change these filters every couple months. And the filter size is 16 by 20 by 1, and you can buy a few of them. You don't have to get the real expensive ones unless you have allergies and you want to get a really high quality one. But it looks like they have an extra one here for you, so we can leave it right there. And then in a month or so, you can switch it out. On every filter, there's an arrow. If you look here, called airflow. And you always want to point the arrow toward the furnace. So it would be going this way. So when you put this one in, you want to spin it around and take the old one out and then put the new one in and make sure that arrow says airflow, which always goes toward the furnace. Here's your electrical panel box. Any emergency, any sparking, any problems, you want to come here and shut the main off. This will shut the whole house off. This one, the top one here shuts the whole house off, and this one shuts the whole house off. So and then let's say you're using a blow dryer or something and it stops working 9 times out of 10, it's one of these needs to be switched off and on again. That's a safety feature so you don't damage the electrical. Washer and dryer. Self-explanatory. Dryer. The only maintenance thing I need you to do is make sure that the vent and the lint is taken off of the dryer. I'm downstairs. And then you just got to clean it periodically. Other than that, I'd suggest buying what we call a lint trap. And the lint trap goes on the end of the washing machine discharge. So it prevents a lot of crap going down the drain. Okay, I'll send you guys this video.